W. Gordon, for an older brother, graduated a few years ago.
Yeah.
I want to mention that this year we're not going to see as many pooch kicks as we have in the past of angling the 10 to 15 yard kick high into the sideline. Art says the main contributing factor to that is that Boren has beefed up his boot so much. He has the ability to get the ball inside the 10 and the 5 on most occasions, so we're going to be kicking the ball deep a lot more this year.
Boy, Art, he's a spin master, and he's beefed up his boot.
Thank you. That's first game. We haven't got started, and I've already pulled that out. Back deep for the Rebels. Number 1 is Williams. Number 2 is Carson. Those are the two we've talked about who are the best offensive threats on this team. They will switch in and out of the game at quarterback, and one will be in. If he's not at quarterback, he'll be at receiver. The other, if he's not at running back, at quarterback, he will be at running back. They will constantly be in skills positions for the Rebels tonight.
Now, Boots, as the sun begins to go down, a little bit of a haze of clouds building up, and so it's really made it pretty comfortable right there.
Haze gray and underway.
Boy, you are just in mid-season form.
Thank you very much. Boren getting set to kick. Jackets going from left to right on your radio dial, or if you're watching this on the cable, it's opposite, right to left. The kick is away. Being taken by number 2, that's Carson. He's at the 3, up to the 5, 10, 15, out to the 20, finds a seam, 25, and brought down right there. Making the tackle for the Yellow Jackets, number 97, Cal Gilson, one of the first on the spot. There is a flag on the play, so let's hold on and find out exactly what the penalty is here early on.
Looks like a face mask. Yeah, it is.
It is the 5-yard garden variety against the Yellow Jackets, so we'll only move the ball 5 additional more to the 30-yard line. I believe that is where the spot is of the foul at 25. Moving it to the 30, so the Rebels of Richland will start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. For the Jackets on defense, across the front, it'll be Boone, Harmon, Parks, and Gilson. The backers, McCormick, Hodges, and Monk. The secondary goes Harris, Briles, Mercer, and Gunn. We'll have to wait and see now for the Rebels who will start at quarterback, whether it'll be Williams or Carson. It's going to be Carson, the signal caller, with Davis going to be at the fullback, and then the tailback will be Williams. It's an I formation lining up behind Carson, split receivers to both sides. Hiding look on the far side as well. Carson in under center, long snap, play action out to handoff, hitting the backfield is Williams. He's in some trouble. He'll be strung down. He'll make it back to the line of scrimmage, but he was hit initially in the backfield by Gilson about 5 yards back. Monk ended up knocking him back once he got to the 30, so it'll be a slight loss, maybe not even a gain. And look 2nd and 10.
And look at the sophomore Justin Monk just flying through the ball that time. And by the way, I was watching the defensive line. I wanted to watch Harmon and Parks up front. They kind of high load. In the NFL, it's illegal. They call it a chop block. They chop blocked Harmon, tried to put him on the ground, but he held his own. So good work there by the sophomore early.
Still at quarterback is Carson. 3 receivers to the far side. Carson rolls out, throws in the flat, has an open receiver. It is Williams. He makes the catch, cuts back up to the 41-yard line. Is enough for the first down. The play will go for 11 yards. And there's the combination, John, we talked about in the pregame that's so dangerous, Carson and Williams.
Yeah, exactly right. Nice downfield block by Colby Hall. Unfortunately, he did it while the ball was in the air. That's usually offensive pass interference, but he just cleared out the middle linebacker and one of the safeties.
Credit actually 12 as the ball will be placed on the 42-yard line. I formation again behind Carson. Carson straight ahead with a quarterback sneak. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Will go nowhere. In there quickly for the Jackets was Clark Boone, senior defensive end, on a stunt that time, and he went right to the quarterback.
Man, did you see the battle going on up front with Justin Starr? Watch this next time if you get a chance. Number 66, Justin Starr, and Craig Parks. It looked like a Tyson Holyfield fight. I mean, they were just slugging at each other, just trying to get position, one trying to get position under the other. Let's watch that battle as it develops.
No score here from Memorial Stadium. Richland and Stevenville. Richland's first drive of the game. They have 2nd down and 10 from their own 42. Williams is under center. Check that. It's Clark. In some trouble is Clark. Trying to escape. Carson gets up to the 45. Finds some running room across midfield. Gets to the 48-yard line of Stephenville. It looked like originally Carson was going to be brought down for a loss, but then he eluded the would-be tacklers. Got good positive yardage, enough for a first down. So credit 10 yards on the keeper from Carson. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the Stephenville 48-yard line. And John, one of the things we talked about, a young defense, one of the early things they'll have some trouble with in this level is wrapping up.
Well, that guy that almost had him was Craig Parks, but in his defense, he kind of submarined the left guard and was on the ground, never really had a chance.
Carson again under center, I formation behind him. Pitch to the far side. Williams looking for running room. He tries to cut back, and he'll be hammered right at midfield. A loss of 2 yards, and watch out for Clayton Harmon.
And yeah, watch out for him because he was knocked down at his own 48-yard line. Got up, pursued, came in on the backside of the pursuit boots, and then almost took the head off of the running back.
How do you think it feels for Williams to cut back and look up and see 6'6", 275-pound Clayton Harmon looking right at you?
I'll be glad it's not next year because it'd probably be 6'6", 290. The way that guy's growing.
Official loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Rebels. 9:08 and counting here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Carson is under center. 1 back behind him is Davis. Tight end look on the far side. Carson rolling, throwing out in the flats over the head of Williams. Off his fingertips. He was open and might have had a chance to get to the first down, but the ball was overthrown and it'll go incomplete, come up 3rd and 11. And John, I'm sure the secondary's got to be talked to right now after that play.
Yeah, you're right. He was out in the open. That was not a pretty pass. I guess that you'd say that would be one of those touch passes, and he didn't have a whole lot of touch on it. As you're right, he just led his offensive receiver a little too far.
3rd down and 11 now for the Rebels. At the Stephenville 48-49 yard line. Carson is under center, 1 back behind him, 3 receivers to the far side. Carson rolls the side of the receivers, throws in the flat, has Williams. Williams looking for running room. He'll be nailed at the 40. Before he is able to pick up the necessary yardage for the first down, he'll be about 2.5 yards short. It'll bring up 4th down and about 2.5, maybe 3 needed for the Rebels at the Stephenville 40. John, is it punt time?
Well, I think that's probably the smart thing to do on the first drive of the season. I think they could probably, take a shot at going for it. Might have a good chance at it, but you don't want to shorten the field against the Stephenville offense.
The punter,
watch for the fake to the up man,
for the Rebels is Matt Snow. He'll stand at his own 45 awaiting the snap. Back is Cardwell for the Jackets. Snap back to Snow. Kick is away from his 50. High spiraling kick, floating. Cardwell will let it go. It'll hit at the 7. Bounce to the 2 and will go out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A whale of a kick from that young man, Matt Snow, who will pin the Jackets at their own 2-yard line. And the thing about a vertical offense like the Jackets have, John, it's hard to do a lot when you're right on your own goal line.
Yeah. 38-yard punt there and no return. Even more importantly, no return and at the 2-yard line. So, pretty good drive there by Richland. Took a lot of time off the clock, Boots, but they ended up having to kick, and again, that defense.
8:42 remaining, John, as you said, only left here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 0, Richland 0. Stephenville now with their first drive of the game as 2 receivers split to the near side. That is Evett and Boren. Luker is under center with Hunter behind him. Carwell split to the top side. Play action. Luker throwing out in the flat. Has Cardwell. Picks up a block. He's at the 5. Across to the 10. Up to the 12. The 15. A beautiful wide receiver screen set up going from Luker to Cardwell. Will pick up 12 yards. And just like that, the Jackets have a first down. Good downfield block by Jay Doty.
Yeah, Jay's the one that cleared him out on the far side down at about the 5-yard line. He was the only man out there to block for Cardwell. And that's really all he really needs sometimes. All right, let's start the list. 13 yards, is that what it was?
Already of the play. We'll call it officially 12 on that one.
Well,
didn't quite get to the 15.
He's on his way to 1,000.
Luker is under center. Play action. Luker throwing on the flats. Has Cardwell across the 15. Cuts up 20, 25. Great move. 30, 35, 40. He's going to go. 45, 50, 40, 35, 30. Cardwell may get caught from behind. He does not. Touchdown. The play will go 85 yards. And just like that, the combination of Luker Cardwell strikes big.
Wow. Like I said, he's on his way to 1,000. Let's see, that's 97. Pretty good average, eh, Boots?
97 yards already for Luker and Cardwell with 2 plays.
All right, number 14, that's J.W. Bourne. He had the first block down at about the 20-yard line. Cody cuts back across the grain. Did you see 51 for Richland?
He had no chance.
Thomas Lind, he had his head up in the air, and he was struggling at about the 40.
Boren gets set for the extra point. The Jackets swing back the swinging gate to the middle of the field. Holding for the Jackets will be A.B. Combs. Hold is down, snap, kick is up, it is good. So with 8 minutes remaining in the Nations Bank first quarter, our score, Stephenville 7, Richland nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, Open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Stephenville.
Hi, I'm Tim with Greenmaker Nursery. No landscaping job is too small or too big. From bedding plants to trees and shrubs, we can make your home more beautiful. Stop by or give us a call.
Jackets go 2 plays, 97 yards. John, that scoring drive.
Well, it didn't take very long. Only 42 seconds is all it took off the clock. And 2 plays, if you want to call it a drive. 98 yards, all of them to Cardwell. The touchdown, Luker to Cardwell for 85 yards. The point after was good, and that makes the score 7-0. This scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital in Stephenville.
I know the Nothing But Sports production guys wanted us to get the starting lineups in for Stephenville's offense. Guys, we'll try to get it in on the next series. That was only a 2-play, drive. You got to help us out a little bit, Stephenville. Boren's kick is away. It is another deep end-over-end kick that will chase Carson back to his 5. He's up to the 10, 15, looking for a crease to the middle, 20, finds a little seam out to the 28, 29, maybe the 30-yard line. And that is where the Rebels will begin 1st and 10, and a late flag comes in, and this may be some type of spearing against Stephenville.
Yeah, that's another very late flag. 2 on 2 kickoffs, and Coach Browse can't be happy with that.
And this one may not be a 5-yarder. I'm going to think this is going to be more of the 15-yard variety. It is a dead ball, personal foul against Stephenville, so tack 15 yards onto this one, and the Rebels will start at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, you don't want to start off like this, and Coach Browse working the official a little bit, but I don't think he has a gripe coming there. That was a late hit.
Hey, speaking of Browse working officials, what do you think of the picture at Nations Bank Coffee with Coach behind the little table we do the show from?
I liked his response when you asked him about it, Boots. He said, "I'm just telling that referee that was an excellent call." If that's right, I don't want to see him mad.
Go down to the lobby and check out that picture. You can't miss it. It's about 4 foot by 4 foot, and it's got lights on it. All right, coming out of quarterback now is the other quarterback. It's Marshall Williams. He is under center with 2 backs behind him. Straight drop for Williams, setting up in the pocket, looking to throw a ball deep out in the flats. Has a receiver. It's caught and then dropped when it went out of bounds. The pass will be considered a completion because he did not drop the pass. Did Canton before he went out of bounds. It's enough for a first down, but wait a minute. There is a flag on the play. Let's watch and see what that is, John. Possibly offensive pass interference?
Yep. They've been doing it all night on every pass. I mean, every pass they've been blocking while the ball was in the air, and evidently the coaches said something about it because they just called it.
That will be the call. John called it.
I mean, every pass, the tight ends have been coming back and cracking back, and you just can't do that while the ball's in the air.
Offensive pass interference against the Rebels, so this will be marked off from the original line of scrimmage, the 10-yard penalty. Check that 5-yard penalty. We'll take the ball back to the 40, but it is a loss of down, I believe.
That's right. You're right.
Let's make sure. I think it is loss of down. Let's wait and see.
Offensive pass interference in high school and college is loss of down.
Well,
but I thought it was 10 yards even still.
The guy with the stick is a little confused right now, and so are the officials as they're trying to discuss on what needs to happen.
In fact, it's 15 and loss of down.
Thank you. The ball will go all the way back to the 30, so that's tit for tat, just makes up for the personal foul against the Jackets after the kickoff, and so now it will come from the 30-yard line.
And you're right. I remember it was last year when they changed the rule. It is not a loss of down anymore. 1st and 25 is bad enough.
1st and 25 for the Rebels from their own 30-yard line. Williams is under center, 2 backs behind him. 2 receivers to the near side. Play action, handoff to the far side is Carson. Carson leaps 1 tackler, but will not go much farther as he will get up to the 36-yard line. Pretty acrobatic move for Carson, John.
Yeah, it was. As he got to about the 32-yard line, didn't see anything there, jumped over the pile, and ended up out at about the 37. So he picked up
about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, about 7 yards, I guess, after they mark it at the 37.
And even though I said it doesn't seem like a lot, it doesn't when you're starting 3rd and 25.
This is 2nd down. They didn't take the down.
Excuse me, it was 1st, right. So now 2nd down and 18 for the Rebels at their own 37-yard line. 7-0 Stephenville on top here in the early going. Straight drop for Williams, setting up, looking. He's in some trouble. He'll be hammered back at the 30-yard line, and all four of the Stephenville defensive linemen were on top of him. It's about a 5 to 6 yard loss, and it'll bring up 3rd down and big.
Right across the front, Boone, Harmon, Parks, and Gilson, they were all over him, and he hesitated for just a second. You notice, Boots, on every pass play, I thought there was yeah, there is a flag. They had a face mask. One of the guys grabbed his face mask as he was going down. That's just one of those deals where you just reach and grab, and unfortunately there's a face mask there.
You know, something else we've talked about this defensive line, John, is against the pass. Look how much trouble Clayton Harmon is going to cause for quarterbacks who try to throw across the middle. As his 6'6" frame, and then you get his hands and arms up in the air, he's going to block a lot of throwing lanes.
He's got a pretty good wingspan. You're exactly right.
The penalty on the face mask against Stephenville will bring the ball up to the 42-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 13 for Richland now.
Well, that's a big penalty.
Williams is under center, play action, handing off the ball to Carson, finds a little running room, will get up to about midfield, and will cross midfield, and will get to the 49-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 8 yards. So that'll set up now 3rd down and 4 as Richland was able to cross the midfield stripe. And John, we've been able to tell Carson is a dangerous runner.
Yeah, and he's got pretty good leg drive, too, because he was stopped back at about his own 47-yard line, and he just lowered his head when he saw he wasn't going to go anywhere else and drove with some good leg drive, about another 5 yards.
Big 3rd down for the Jacket defense here as Stephenville leads 7-0 here in the Nations Bank first quarter. 6:06 remaining in this quarter. In big-time trouble is Williams. He's being thrown back all the way to the 45, escapes, gets back to almost to midfield, does not quite do it. It's a loss of 3 yards. Craig Parks was originally there all over Williams to flush him out of the pocket, and then the rest of the Jacket defense, including Jack Hodges, ran him down. It caused about a 3-yard loss. It'll bring up 4th down and a long 7 needed for the Rebels, and John, they'll have to punt again.
Man, did you see how fast Parks was across the line of scrimmage? Gee whiz.
He's the inside nose tackle, defensive tackle next to Harmon. So those two are a great 1-2 punch when it comes to clogging up the middle, and that time he was through the clog.
Well, if we're going to talk offense with Steve Ross, Stephenville offense, we probably better do it pretty quick here.
It's a low snap. It's fumbled by Snow, the punter. He's going to try to get it away, and he barely does. It's a line drive that hits at the 30, down to the 25, and then to the 21-yard line. A nice job by Matt Snow as he took a very bad snap, gathered it in, and got a quick kick away. The kick will only travel about
30 yards.
About 25 to 30 yards. But Stephenville will start now at their own 21-yard line. And Steve Ross, will go to you for just a second. A lot of excitement for the offense to only have to go 2 plays after that last drive.
Well, it didn't take very long, but it was 2 seniors that made that play, Boots. And credit Cody Cardwell for waiting, and you'll see it on the film on the great block by Robert Lilly to string him on that. He waited just long enough. And as you said, once Cardwell got behind the defense, it's all over.
We'll try to get to the starting lineups for Stephenville after this play. Luker is in shotgun, play action, looking to throw, has an open receiver across the middle. It's over the head of an open Evan at midfield. There was a flag down on the play, and I believe we're going to have illegal motion against the Jackets. Quickly, the offensive line is Doty, Alvarado, Doty. That's Jay and Sterling. Collier and Lilly. We'll get some other players with some playing time as well. Luker is the quarterback, Hunter the tailback, 2 fullbacks, Tinklenberg and Ferrasis. Your receivers are Cardwell, Combs, Keel, Douglas, and O'Neill, and then Chris Evett is your utility back. For the defense, for the Rebels across the front, Bryant, LeBlanc, Litchke, Eckridge, Davis. The backers, Fred and Tony York. The corners, Monday, Pokluda, the strong safety Dollar, and the free safety is Goodwin. The penalty will be against Stephenville. Illegal motion against the Jackets will move the ball back to their own 16-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 15. And the only thing good about this, John, is we get to have more stats.
Why would you give Stephenville an extra down? I don't understand that. It's an incomplete pass.
You could have had him 2nd and 10. Exactly right. Luker is the only man in the backfield as he rolls to the near side, looking to throw out in the flats, has an open receiver. O.B. Combs with a great catch. Oh, over-the-shoulder catch for A.B. Combs. He stretched all of his frame to pull that one in. It's enough for a 1st down out to the 34-yard line.
Man, you said it. Just on the fingertips, jumped up and caught that as Luker fired the ball in there. And Boots, have you noticed one thing in common now? They've run, 4 plays? Every play, the receiver, the go-to guy, has been wide open.
Luker is credited as 3 and 3 now because the missed pass on the penalty is erased. So Luker is 3 for 3, looking sharp here early on. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side as far as the press box is concerned. Luker in shotgun formation. Snap back to him, setting up, looking to throw, deep ball, has a wide open receiver, it's Combs, caught, 30, 25, 20, he's going to score, 10, 5, touchdown. Luker is now connected on a 46-yard strike, and the young man is hot.
Oh, that was just a breakdown in the defense. The quarterback let the man go by him because he thought he had help from the safety. The safety was over here. Guess who he was watching? Number 25.
Exactly.
And he was helping the quarterback on the near side, Boots. And I mean, he never even saw it. And again, I think you got to fault the safety because the quarterback on the far side of the field did what he was supposed to do. He checked the receiver as he came by and let him go.
After that, Luker's now 4 for 4. Stephenville leads 13-0. The PAT is upcoming here from Boren. Combs, who made that touchdown, has the hold. It is down. The kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. With 4:49 remaining in the Nation's Bank first quarter, our score, Stephenville 14, Richland nothing. Back in 1 minute on KST.
In the Bosque River Center can speed up your metabolism, burn fat, curb sugar cravings, and help shrink your appetite. New Xenadrine and Medicuts are 2 of the state-of-the-art diet products that work very quickly and cost less than $1 a day. These products are thermogenic formulas, which help the body shed unwanted pounds and inches the natural way. Come by and let us show you New Xenadrine and Medicuts. Health Focus Foods in the Bosque River Center is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 1 to 5.
Parenting is a constant learning process. What you have to do is prioritize.
Back in '88, Earl wanted to retire, spend more time with Tiger.
But Dad taught me.
I met an American Express financial advisor. Dave is a personal friend of mine to this day. We trust each other because we got a track record.
It's about making smarter decisions.
And that's when dreams can happen.
Call today to find out how we can help you reach your dreams.
B. Combs it only took 19 seconds. Luker Davy Combs 66-yard pass to the PAT was good. This scoring summary brought to you by Texas Trucks.
Luker is 4 for 4 for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's good numbers.
Boren's high pooch kick to the middle of the field is away. It'll be taken by an up man at the 20 to the 25, looking for running room, and he'll be swamped under at about the 28-yard line. Making the return for the Rebels was Thomas Lynn.
We already know he can't run. If he broke into the open, he wasn't going to be dangerous. That was the guy that was chasing Cardwell on his first touchdown.
Well, that may be what we see for the rest of the night because the Jackets have seen how dangerous Williams and Carson are running. They may not take any more chances by kicking deep to them for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, I think you're right, Boots.
First and 10 for the Rebels. They trail Stephenville here at Memorial Stadium 14-0. First and 10 for Richland at their own 27-yard line. Carson is back in the game at quarterback. I formation behind him. Davis is the fullback. Williams the tailback. Williams takes the carry across the 30. Will get to about the 31-yard line, and he'll be stacked up right there.
Boots, you and I had the privilege of speaking at the Lions Club today, and you made a prediction on the score. What was it?
I said 48-0 today.
Brother, you may not be far off. I thought that was a, typical Boots homer call there, but you may be pretty close if they can keep this up. They've got it rolling early.
Second down now for the Rebels. Gain 4 on the carry was Williams. Williams again is in the tailback position. I formation behind Carson. Split receivers to both sides. Carson under center. Running the option to the far side. Flags down as one of the interior linemen for the Rebels jumped. So it'll bring up 5 yards on the penalty against Richland and make it now 2nd and 11 instead of 2nd and 6.
Boy, you don't want to do that when you're just getting knocked around on the defense and offense. And, you want to get a drive going. They've moved the ball fairly well. They just can't get over the hump. They get down around the 50, maybe the opponent's 40-yard line, then just shut down.
Hey, I'd like to make a call that there's 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and we still haven't done a running play yet.
Yeah, I noticed that. So much for us trying to establish the running game.
High formation.
I knew better than to say that.
High formation again behind Carson. Williams is the tailback. Carson, a quick throw, will throw a far sideline flare pattern. It's on the sideline, out of bounds, and interference is going to be called against Stephenville. And that's a tough call because he was looking back for the ball, trying to make the play on it. That was Ryan Harris, the junior, but the flag on the far side was thrown by the side judge, who is standing right next to the Rebel coaching staff.
Well, and the play, too, by the way.
Well, but what I'm saying is, I'm sure there's about 8 coaches right in his ear screaming interference when that play is happening.
It sure looked like he was playing the ball well, and Kendall Browse over there helping out as well. But I don't know. I'd like to see that on film again. That looked like good defense.
It'll bring up now 2nd down and 1, because what they'll do is they'll spot from the original line of scrimmage for 10 yards. And I don't think he quite will have enough for the first. It should be 2nd and less than 1. Correct, John?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's looking back where the box is on the other side. He's just short of the original line of scrimmage. So, yeah, you're right. It should be about 1 yard.
Now, how are they moving the chains then? If it was 2nd and 11 and you get 10 yards, oh, wait, automatic first down. My bad on offensive interference.
He still went more than 10 yards.
Thank you. Yeah, he did spot that off about 11, didn't he?
You're exactly right.
Carson is under center again. Williams, the tailback. Illegal motion against the Rebels, as I think everybody knew the snap count that time except the center.
5 penalties already on Stevenville. And 3 or 4 here. We'll check and see.
Against the Richland Rebels. That'll be 5 yards illegal procedure against Richland. Moving back to the 39-yard line.
That's 3 penalties on Richland, too, on this series of illegal procedure.
3:52 remaining in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 14, Richland nothing. Stephenville's series have lasted a grand total of less than a minute, I think, for probably both of them. Both scoring drives. Carson again under center. Now split backs behind him. 2 receivers to the far side. Carson setting up. He's in trouble. He's hammering when the ball gets away. And the throw will be low because of the intense pressure put quickly on by the sophomore linebacker on a blitz, Justin Monk.
Man, he came up to shoot, didn't he? And kind of a delayed blitzer, I guess you could say. And once again, Craig Parks kind of tied up. This time he was tied up with 71. Jared Hirsch wanted a flag. In fact, we're bringing Parks out probably to talk to him about it. Be careful out there.
Did you just say a young man coming through the chute whose name was Justin?
I think I did.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. 2nd down and 15 after the incomplete pass. Williams will be at tailback. Carson, and he is all right at quarterback. And now Carson wants a timeout. 3:48 to go as the play clock was about to expire in the Nations Bank first quarter. 14-0. Stevenville on top of Richland. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The single most important step in building any investment plan is getting started. If you have any questions about how to start or build an effective investment program, ask the investment representatives at Investment Centers of America. Whether you're thinking about an IRA, a small business plan, a retirement plan, or some financial issue, Investment Centers of America can help you find what fits you best. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Rebels I formation behind him. Williams is the tail. Split receivers. Pitch back to Williams. Williams is going to throw. He's throwing the deep ball on the sideline. It's over the throw of the intended receiver. Kendall Browse almost came up with the interception. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 15, and the pitch back pass did not fool any of the Jackets secondary, John.
No, it didn't. That might have been one Kendall should have caught. He's gonna be mad at himself for not catching that one. That would have been great for the sophomore to get the first INT of the year, wouldn't it?
Do you think Pop gives you a high five when you come off the sideline if you intercept one?
Well, I'd hope so.
Okay.
Especially when you get home.
3rd down and 15 for the Rebels. Trailing Stephenville 14-0 here with 3:41 to go in the first quarter. Carson is under center. He sends one man in motion to the near side. That's Davis. Inside draw play goes to the fullback Davis. Davis will go forward for about 6, maybe 5 positive yards, we'll call it, but that'll be about it, and it'll bring up 4th down and 11 coming up for Richland. And once again, the Jacket defense has done their job, and the Rebels will have to punt.
Look who's back deep.
Up Cardinal and Bryles.
Yeah. And Boots, isn't that weird? That little 10-yard area right there is as far as they've gotten on defense. You know, they got down to about the 42 at Stephenville. The last 2 drives have stalled right about the same place.
They're going to wear out that part of the field. Snow is deep to receive the snap to punt. Remember, the last snap was bad. This one's bad again, but he grabs it. Now he's having some trouble, and he'll be drilled. The ball will get away on the punt. It will only go about 12 yards, though, as laying a huge hit on the punter was Cal Gilson. And, folks, once the ball hits the ground, he's free game. Why is there a penalty, John?
Yeah, that's right. And I think the official forgot that. Maybe Coach Bryles will explain that to him. That's a live ball, and he's a live runner.
Boy, look at the coaching staff wearing out the official right now.
I think the official's getting some word from one of his, he's getting some help from one of his.
Boy, Art Bryles only about 10 yards from him, and I think Art's pretty confident he's going to pick up this flag. The official.
I don't think he is. I think he's talking about field position.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. How can that be the case when the ball hit the ground on the snap? Maybe we don't know the rule, John, but it was obvious that the ball hopped before it got to the punter.
When you pick up the ball, you're a live runner, I thought. Well, maybe not. I guess.
Let's get Steve Ross to get down near the coaches and see if he can get an interpretation on this rule. Steve, see if there's any of the former coaches or anyone you can talk to who knows what that rule is. We'll come to you in just a moment.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051. There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Bounce. Well, it's not like it wasn't obvious that it came scooting in there.
Yeah, I think Stephenville just won their case.
Now the referee, how embarrassing is this? He's going to have to go to the Richland coaching staff and explain.
He's going to get worn out.
Oh, watch the Richland coaching staff. This ought to be good.
He is going to get an earful. I think Art Bryles has won his case.
Well, the referee is now talking with the head coaching staff. Is it Briscoe?
Coach, that coach over there told me that I screwed up. Now, please don't wear me out too much, Coach.
Let's see what's going to happen. This is an unusual call, and it's
saying, what? Here it is. Here's the reaction.
Uh-oh. This, I think, is going to turn out in Stephenville's favor because the Richland coaching staff's not happy right now.
They're following the official out onto the field. I think you're right. I mean,
Ross, won't you run over there across the field and get in the middle of that and find out what they're talking about?
Yeah. Where's your Whataburger kid? He can run over there with the mic.
Send him over there. Excuse me, what are you guys talking about? There's 2:54 remaining in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville is on top 14-0. We're in a temporary delay right now as the officials are trying to decide on a punt play.
Health Focus Foods has just added 7 new weight loss products and is seeing great results. We have added new products that contain no stimulants. We carry all the supplements for the Atkins diet, and we carry the new 5-HTP, which increases serotonin to the brain. This makes you feel better and also helps you shed pounds. We know as we get older, our metabolism slows down, making pounds harder to shed. So come by Health Focus Foods and let us help you. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5.
Over. This is hilarious. We just don't know, so let's do it again.
Well,
this is like a jump ball when you don't know who knocked it out of bounds.
Hey, Stephenville will take the... Oh, did you see the coach running over to Coach Brown? Sorry, Coach. Yeah, you're right, man.
This is unusual. I have never seen a do-over because the officials didn't know what to do on the call.
If Coach Browse is a lot nicer than I am, I'd say, what are we paying you guys for?
All right, we're going to try to punt again back at the 45-yard line for Richland. Snap is back. It's almost over Snow's head, but he handles it. Punt is away. It's a wobbly end-over-end kick that hits at the 30, bounces forward to the 25, down to the 20, down to the 18, and to the 17. And that's where Stevenville will start first and 10, and thank goodness we got that crud out of the way.
Man, cleared that up. Well, I think that's probably the best thing to do. Stephenville would have had the ball at about the 42-yard line, but so far that hadn't mattered where they started on the field. That just gives you a chance to put more stats on the board for you.
A do-over. That's great.
That is great.
14
First
to nothing.
game of the year, first quarter.
14 to nothing. Stephenville on top with 2:42 remaining in the Nations Bank first quarter. Defense has been in a big huddle right now. Coaching staff talking with them. Back to offense for the Jackets. Boren under center, pitches to the near side. First running play of the game. Boren finds the corner. 25 up to the 27 to the 28, almost the 29. It is a pickup of 11 yards and a first down for the Jackets. Let's try to get the Jacket offensive line in there again for you. That's Doty, Alvarado, Doty, Collier, and Lilly. There'll be some others that get some playing time for the Jackets. Those will be as well. Cam Ferguson will get some playing time, as well as Brian Keegans. So those will be the majority of your guys getting playing time on the offensive line.
Boots, Ferrazes was the lead blocker. He was 9 yards downfield before there was ever anybody for him to hit. That's good seal blocking by your O-line.
First and 10 for the Jackets, their own 29-yard line. Luker is under center. Inside handoff will go for 1, maybe 2 yards. The back on the play for the Yellow Jackets was Jimmy Ferrazes, the fullback. So he gets to make a nice block, and then he gets a little bone thrown to him, but he gets to running one up the middle for a 2-yard gain. It'll bring the second down and 8.
Man, look at Collier as he comes up off the ground. That's a big kid. And just a junior, Aaron Collier's 6'1", 300.
Ooh. Almost 3 yards on the carry from Carrasas, so it's a long 7 needed for the Jackets. Luker again is under center, 2 backs behind him, offset. Inside handoff, play action. No, Luker keeps the ball, looking to throw. Has a deep receiver, it's Cardwell, but overthrown is Cardwell on the far sideline, near sideline. Luker, if he wanted to, had an open receiver, Toby O'Neill, at about midfield, but Luker elected to go for the home run, and the way things have been going so far, why not?
That's his first incompletion.
That's exactly right.
Of the season.
Luker is 4 of 5 for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, third down.
In the first quarter.
Thank you. Third down coming for the Jackets from their own 31-yard line. Jackets will line up with 3 backs behind Luker. We're fixing to have something pretty screwy. They do 4 wing backs on the left side. Going in motion, far side is Evatt. Luker rolling that way, setting up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. Combs almost makes the catch, but it was over his head and behind him. And Luker slaps his hands in disgust because he knew he missed an open receiver that time. That would have been big yardage for a first down. But the Jackets will have to punt now with the incomplete.
And that brings Evan into the game, who is also, he carries other things to the package that he can do besides kick. Although I'm sure they'll kick here.
Back to receive for the Rebels will be Monday and also Goodland. The punt is away. It's a little bit of a shank kick, kind of going off the side of the foot of Evatt, but it gets a great roll as it goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So the punt will go 37 yards with 17 of that being on the ground. Very effective for the Jackets. And so Richland will begin first and 10. They're on 31.
Well, you kick it away from the return guy and let it roll out of bounds. Those are all good things that happen there. That's a good kick by Evan.
1:18 remaining in the Nations Bank first quarter. And folks, let me tell you,
dinner plans for 10:30 cancel. We're going to be here.
And all the games are going to be this way, folks. We're going to throw it about 40 times a game this year, I've been told. And with that's the case, you're looking at a lot of nights. It's 11 o'clock before we're out of here. 14-0 Stevenville on top of Richland. Williams is back in the game at quarterback. He is under center with 2 split backs behind him. Play action. Now a handoff goes to Carson. Carson looking to cut back. Finds a little bit of a seam and some running room up to about the 36-yard line. The actual original spot of the punt was the 32, so that's a pickup of 4 on the play. And you know what's interesting, John, is Carson is a little slow getting up. Boy, he was probably popped pretty good as he crossed the 35.
Yeah, you're right. You know, Boots, one of the things that, especially early in the year, that has to bother you just a little bit if you're a Stephenville coach. You know, they come out of the gate, they score so easily twice.
Do you lose your intensity?
Well, and you know, we also talk.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox Systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Conditioning is really going to play a big part here in the second half. You'd like to see Stephenville go ahead and put another one on the board here pretty quickly, and then just see if they can, you know, put Richland away right here in the first half.
Well, it's hard for me to get a good angle on what has happened to Carson out there. We'll see if Steve can get an angle of what's going on. We'll try to get a little bit of an injury report in a little bit.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. He got up and started to walk, and it makes you wonder if maybe it wasn't
like a stinger or something.
Yeah. But
well, he's walking. It looks pretty good, but he looks like he's a little woozy, John. He may have taken a big old pop upside the head.
Well, and that wouldn't be the first time that's happened, that you get up and then it all kind of comes to you, and you go right back down. That looks like probably what happened. Boots, I believe he had his bell rung.
We'll go to Steve after this play. At quarterback, a new quarterback now for the Rebels, number 15. That's Corey Clifton. Clifton in the game, under center. Straight drop for Clifton, looking to throw. Big arm across the middle. The ball's knocked away. Great defensive play made by the Jackets. Number 11, Ryan Harris, the junior quarterback, stepping in front of the would-be receiver and knocking the ball away. It'll set up third down.
Hey, Steve, what's the, I mean, you're down there now. We've been talking about how long this quarter's lasting. What's the condition of the players right now with this heat?
The players say they're taking it pretty well. We just had a lady in the stands that collapsed and passed out due to the heat, and the medical staff is attending to her right now, so we'll have our first Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury update from that in a moment, but the medical staff is on hand there now. The players I talked to, they said they feel fine, but they're 17 years old, too.
Yeah.
And we're not. Third down and 7 now for Richland. 53 seconds remaining in the quarter. Stephenville on top, 14-0. Straight drop. Looking to throw in. Big time trouble and sack. Sacked out at a 7-yard loss is Clifton. Coming up big for the Jackets on the blitz from the outside. Heath McCormick, the outside linebacker, levels Goodwin on that one. A huge loss. Sets up now 4th down and 13 after the big sack. And I think Richland will probably be just as happy to let the clock roll out here, but they'll have to go ahead and punt before the end of the quarter because the play clock will get them if they don't.
How do you feel about your young defense here in the first quarter, Boots?
Ooh.
Man, they have... Remember one of the things that Coach Briscoe said for Richland? They run to the ball well. Boy, they're running to that quarterback well, are they not?
Snow getting ready to punt, and this has been an adventure all night. Taking a timeout is Richland because they had too many people on the field. We'll take another timeout with them. We're back in 1 minute. Nations Bank first quarter continues after this.
The purpose of the SABC is to provide financial and moral support to the boys and girls athletic programs throughout junior high and high school. The money we raise helps the Stephenville Independent School District with the increasing expenses of athletics and the equipment that is necessary so that all students have an opportunity to participate. Membership also provides a way for parents and supporters to become involved in the building of the great spirit for which Stephenville athletics is known. It takes a lot of involvement to accomplish all that we would like, and we need you. Offering Stephenville's largest selection of colors and styles, Danny's House of Carpet covers all of your flooring needs. Besides our wide selection, our friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you with anything from carpet and ceramic tile flooring to custom drapes. bedspreads, and professional installation. Serving the Stephenville area for 26 years and counting, come by Danny's House of Carpets at 1670 South Loop for all of your decorating needs.
A pretty big kick that time. It will go 36 yards, and Chase Carr will back, so a much better job of punting for the Rebels. That is the end of the first quarter. First quarter was brought to us by Nations Bank. Our score, Stephenville 14, Richland nothing. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
We come here on a glorious quest, a search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where, in the trenches where mighty men clash, amidst the echoes of glories past, high atop Olympus. Oh, this is our quest. This is what football is all about.
This is the day.
Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
Welcome back to action. We got into the play a little bit early coming out of the timeout. Luker was hammered pretty hard in the backfield as he had no open receivers back in the pocket. He decided to scramble, and on the play he was lit up pretty good, but Luker bounced right off the turf. It'll be second down and 11. You are listening to the second quarter, brought to us by Cook Lumber. 14-0 Stephenville on top of Richland.
That may be the first negative yardage play of the night for Stephenville, and it was only, what, 2 yards, I guess.
Luker will be in shotgun. 3 receivers to the press box side, 2 to the far side. Luker looking to the coaching staff for the play as they'll audibilize at the line of scrimmage. Luker in shotgun awaiting the snap, has it, and now the play clock expired. And you got to blame that one on the coaching staff because they waited way too long to send in the play to Luker as far as what the play would be. The 25-second clock expired, and now it'll be second down and 16.
Steve Ross mentioned to us a moment ago about the woman that passed out in the stands. A little bit of a distraction, I think, going on, probably more for the fans than the players.
Well, it's right in front of the coaching staff. There's an ambulance with its lights on, not 15 feet behind the coaching staff, trying to help the lady who did have the heat exhaustion. Luker is in shotgun. Same formation, same look. Jackets running the quarterback draw. There is a little bit of a crease. Luker escapes. 45 midfield, cuts back 45 across into Rebel territory. Down to the 44-yard line, and that'll be just enough for the first down. A pickup of 17 on the play. And Luker showing something we really didn't see last year, John, and that's a quarterback with the ability to run.
Yeah, you're right. I think Steve Ross might have a report for us. We'll go to him right after this play.
After this play, Luker quickly back in shotgun, trips to the near side, twins to the far side. John, this is a no-huddle offense the Jackets are working on. The Jacket coaching staff looks at the defense and then sends in the audibilized play. Snap back to Luker, setting up, looking to throw. Has a deep open receiver. It's Evitt. 5, 20, 15, 10, 5. He'll score. Yes, touchdown. Another breakdown in defense from Richland, and Chris Evitt will pick up the pass from Luker. It goes 44 yards, and another touchdown for the Jackets. They lead 20-0 with a PAT yet to come.
Well, you're right. It was a little stop and go. And they had one receiver, it might have been Cardwell, who stopped way back at about the 40, and everybody bid on that. Boy, Evan just ran right by him.
Well, and a nice job from Evan. He had to slow down momentarily for the pass. It was slightly underthrown. It was a good throw. Once he caught the ball, one of the defenders from Richland was coming up quickly, and Evan put it in another gear to pull away. Snap back, Combs hold. The kick from Boren is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 10:34 remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Our score, Stephenville 21, Richland nothing. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
come here on a glorious quest, a search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where, in the trenches where mighty men clash, amidst the echoes of glories past, high atop Olympus. Oh, this is our quest. This is what football is all about. Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
That scoring summary. Luker to Evan, 43-yard pass. The PAT was good and only took a minute 26. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch.
High pooch kick to the far side at the 26-yard line, and then tackled at the 28-yard line from the Rebels was number 28, Tyler Davis. Check that 25. Not on your roster. Thanks, guys. Mystery Man brings the ball out to the 28, and that's where Richland will begin. 1st and 10. And
by the way, Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch recommended highly by the morning show of John and Steve.
Flat, the whole staff recommends those things.
Hey, Luker's numbers pretty impressive.
I'd say so.
He is 5 of 7.
224.
224. 194 yards have come on touchdown passes.
And he's got three of them. Inside handoff goes to Williams. He's in trouble. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe will go forward for 1 yard.
Let me give you some scores from around, some interesting scores from around District 6-4A. In the second quarter, Arlington Heights 7, Granbury 5.
What? 5?
Second quarter.
That's a raw score.
Cleburne 7, Midlothian nothing. Halftime, Sweetwater 14, Brownwood nothing.
Oh!
Whoa, baby.
Folks, did you hear that?
Oh.
Sweetwater 14, Brownwood nothing at the half.
Man.
Hey,
we want to make sure our fans heard that one.
Hey, Ross, go whisper in Coach's ear about that. Pitch back to Williams, and he's in all kinds of trouble, and he'll be wrapped up for about a 10-yard loss after taking the pitch. The first man there for the Jackets was one of the cornerbacks on the outside, I believe.
Well, Justin Monk, I think, was one of the early guys. And then, yeah, you're right. Boots, that would be Mercer, B.J. Mercer.
Was also out there, Keith McCormick as well, so a huge loss on the pitch back. And, you know, we have not seen Carson since he left the field after that injury, John. He may be over there trying to figure out where he is right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. And they really need that young man, that's for sure.
3rd down and 14 now for the Rebels. Once again, Corey Clifton is the new quarterback for the Rebels. One back behind him is Davis. Straight drop for Clifton. Setting up, looking to throw out in the flats. It's knocked away. A great defensive play by Mercer, who came up behind the intended receiver, Williams, and just swatted the ball out of the air. It'll set up 4th down, and the Rebels will be forced to punt again. John, did you say Sweetwater 14, Brownwood nothing at the half?
Yes, indeed. It was nothing after the first quarter. So Sweetwater has put a couple of touchdowns quickly in the second quarter.
Well, so much for us playing them undefeated at the game 6 of the year. I'm just kidding. There's a lot to go in that game.
A lot to go, and Brownwood's got a lot of talent on that football team. You bet.
4th and 14. Snow getting ready to punt again, and more troubles for the Rebels as they're finally running their 11th man onto the field. He gets set, and then the play clock expires. Richland has had all kinds of trouble tonight with their kicking game.
Now, you got to remember one thing, and they've only had one scrimmage.
That's right, because they play spring football. They're a 5A school, only one scrimmage. And Art told me today they did not work on special teams during that scrimmage.
Or deep snaps, evidently. You're exactly right. They've really had some trouble with
Or how about just knowing who's supposed to be on the field?
Well, and you know, that's something that you see early in the year, like scrimmage time. But, well, these guys are playing 5A ball. They got to get ready.
And watch out for this. Briles and Carwell are standing at their own 50-yard line. Another bad snap, but handled by Snow. High wobbly kick will be taken by Briles at his own 45. He drops it, and then it goes out of bounds. Luckily for Kendall and the rest of the Jackets. So Stephenville will start 1st and 10 at their own 45, 34 yards on the kick. And let's hear it for Matt Snow, the punter from Richland, who's having to handle all these terrible snaps.
You know, when you're in the military and you're in boot camp, you got paid a certain pay. Then when you went into battle, you got hazardous duty pay. That guy ought to get that. It's an adventure back there for him.
Well, our own Steve Ross is talking with Sheriff Bryant on the sideline. I don't know if that's a good sign or not that Steve's talking to the law enforcement agents of this community. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to him after this play. Luker under center, pitch to the near side is Hunter. Hunter looking for one ring, finds a little seam across midfield. Cuts back, 48, 47, down to the 46-yard line. The Jackrabbit with some nice running picks up 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. And Ross, a report for us.
Well, I got a couple of just odds and ends here. One, the lady did pass out from the heat, is being taken to the hospital now. Number 2, after the Jackets went up 14-0, Coach Mike Copeland told his defense they're going to be impatient now. So he went into more of an attack mode, and that's where the Jackets have come up with a lot of big plays on defense. The other thing, if you'll watch Richland on their sideline, they've been working on deep snaps the whole half. They can't get it right on the sideline.
Luker heading off right up the middle to Ferrasis. Ferrasis finds running room tough. He'll get 1 yard to about the 45, so it'll bring up 3rd down and a very long 1 needed. And John, I thought something interesting on that play. On a short yardage situation, the Jackets ran in there Matt Megan, a 5'11", 230-pound offensive lineman, and lined him up at a fullback position.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Boots, and didn't get the yardage that they needed. And,
boy, hurry up, Fifi, get out there.
Looks like they're going back to it.
Luker handoff over the right side for Ross is trying to power his way for the 1st down, and he does have it. A solid 2.5 yards.
Well, and you said it right there. He powered his way because really he was stopped at the line of scrimmage back at his at the Richland 45-yard line. And then look where they marked the ball, all the way down to the 41. So he gets 4 yards after contact. Boy, you like to see that in your fullback, don't you?
And 2 good fullbacks for the Jackets this year in Tinkelberg and Ferrasis. Both will get a lot of playing time. Luker is under center. 2 receivers near side. Pitch to the far side. Hunter trying to get to the corner. He does. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Will he score? Yes! And 5 touchdown. Zach Hunter on a 41-yard run. He found the corner. Then he found daylight. But wait a minute. There's a flag down on the 19-yard line. He got a good downfield block, but it might have been a clip.
So you're going to give Hunter about, instead of 41, you're going to give him maybe 21 yards.
And then you're going to have to back him up for the penalty spot at the 19.
And that might have been a block he didn't need. Boy, was he quick to get to the corner. I like that play, just a quick toss.
Well, you saw his speed in the Gatesville scrimmage in the simulated quarter, where on the first play, he went 80 yards on the first play, and you got to see it when he got around the corner that time.
Yeah, let's see, they'll move it back from the 19-yard line, so he gets about 22 yards on that. Man, he's had some good yardage.
Play across the middle is complete. Going to for the Jackets, Toby O'Neill, a quick hitter all the way down to the 5-yard line. John, I'm looking over at you, and I don't even see the play.
Well, that's because the play's out on the field.
Thank you. I'm not paying attention. Just watching the ambulance and all kinds of... I mean, we're leading 21-0.
Yeah.
Anyway, sets up 1st and 10 for the Jackets. 1st and goal for the Jackets at the 6-yard line. A quick hitter from Luker to O'Neill.
Uh-oh, look who's coming in.
Luker is coming out of the game, so it will be Evett, I'm feeling, at quarterback, the utility back.
T.J. Douglas just came in on the... Is he on the far side? No, on the near side. Watch for a fade to him.
Zach Hunter is the one back. Pitch out to him. Now Hunter will cut up, get to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, to the 2, to the 1. He'll be stopped at the goal line. And I'm feeling Evett may be the goal line quarterback for running type plays.
Yeah, you're right. And, you know, I think that was the case of, hey, we took one away from Zach. Let's give it back to him, you know. I think that's all that was.
I have a feeling he may get the ball again here at 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackets leading 21-0 with 5:55 remaining here in the Cook Lumber 2nd quarter. Evett stays in the game at quarterback. Behind him are Hunter and Ferrasis in an I formation. And the Jackets will take a timeout because there was only 2 seconds remaining on the play clock. And once again, the Jackets are very slow getting the play to the field. So we'll take a timeout. 21-0, Stevenville on top of Richland. We're back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Another timeout. Luker sneaks going through. There is a flag down. He did cross the goal line. The coaching staff wanted another timeout because they were not set on what they wanted to do. So we're seeing some of the first game of a year problems that might take place, John.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It is an illegal procedure against the Jackets.
Do they have 11 guys out there?
The ball will be moved out to just beyond the 5-yard line, so it will bring up second down and goal from just outside the 5. Stephenville still in some confusion on what the player package is.
They only had 10 guys out there a while ago.
2 to the near side for the Jackets in receiver formation. Luker is the quarterback. Yes, he is. 1 back behind him is A.B. Combs with Farasa split to the side as well. Check that split backs double tight end. Now Combs moves at a wing back. The 1 back is Faras's play action. Luker setting up, looking to throw. Is in some trouble, and he'll be sacked. No, he escaped. 10, trying to get to the outside 5, cuts back 4, and will get back to the original line of scrimmage just inside the 5-yard line. Nice job by Luker to avoid the rush. He was in some trouble in the pocket, avoided that, gets back to the line of scrimmage. He'll now bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 5.
Good protection for Kellen Luker, but he needed just a little bit more because it was a late opening play there that Combs had finally broke open as they did a crisscross in the end zone. Combs was wide open. If Luker had had about a half a second more, he'd have thrown another touchdown pass easily.
3rd down and goal for the Jackets, just inside the 5 of Richland. Stephenville leading 21-0 with 4:56 remaining here in the second quarter. Luker in shotgun, 4 wingbacks to the near side. Evett now goes in motion to the near side. Pitch is beyond Luker. He has to run back to the 25 and pick it up, and he'll be tackled and the ball's loose. Richland has gotten on the ball back at the 33-yard line, and the Stephenville offense, which had 2nd and goal from the 1, comes away with nothing, and Richland will have the ball at their own 33.
Kellen not very happy either, as you can tell.
Well, and this is a tough situation for the Jackets because twice they did not score because they didn't either have the right personnel in or they were too late getting the play in to just get a little chip shot touchdown, and that's a touchdown that gets away from you is very cheap.
Yeah, when you're on the 1-yard line, I mean, you got to score.
1st and 10 for Richland, and now Richland having trouble deciding what they're going to do. They don't have enough players on the field. Finally, one does come in for the Rebels. He's one of the fullbacks. That's number 44, Billy Ragsdale. Ragsdale will be the fullback. Check that. He is the offset eye with Williams, the other eye back. Play action. Ragsdale gets the ball across the 35 to the 40 to the 41, 42, 43-yard line. Hard running from Ragsdale for 9, almost 10 yards. It'll set up second down very short.
Well, that's one of their better plays of the day.
Boy, John, how frustrating is it for an offensive coaching staff when you've got it at the goal line and you just need to punch it over and you can't get the play called in time? It cost you a timeout, and then after the timeout, you have all the time to get ready, and then you still don't have the right play set up. That's one of those first game things that I know the coaching staff is going to work out before next week.
Well, and you had it in the end zone, too, and got it called back for a penalty.
2nd and 1. Outside handoff goes to Davis. Davis across almost to midfield. He gets to the 49-yard line. A 1st down for the Rebels.
Nice tackle by McCormick coming across from the linebacker position. He just dove and tackled the guy. It goes through the line, the guy being Davis, of course.
That is only the 3rd 1st down of the game for Richland with 3:55 counting here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 21, Richland nothing.
Here's something you don't see very often. Luker sitting down on the bench all by himself.
I don't think he's very happy about the way that series turned out.
I don't think he is either.
At quarterback again is Clifton. Clifton hands off on a delay to Williams. Williams will cross midfield and get to about the 48-yard line. A pickup of 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Two things I think Richland may be doing here, Boots, is number 1, they're trying to get some kind of a running game and establish some ball control. Number 2, they're just taking some time off the clock. That's probably not a bad idea.
Well, I know in the press box we're much appreciative.
Yeah.
3:14 and counting. 2nd down and 6 for the Rebels. Clifton again under quarterback, split receivers behind him and backs as well. Clifton looking to throw out in the flats, has a receiver, it's caught and dropped. Good pressure out there for the Jackets. Number 35 playing corner right now is Josh Martin. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Rebels. 21-0 Stephenville on top. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the half.
Boy, what an explosive offense. This is pretty much what we expected, Boots. And boy, come right out, shoot and score the first 2 times you have the football.
Clifton under center again for the Rebels. Tight end look to the near side. Counter trap handed off to Davis. Davis will go forward for about 2 yards, and then he'll be hammered by Jack Hodges, who read the counter option trap very well.
See him come up flexing. Got him.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and so Richland will be forced to punt again. And John, I say 2:42 remaining, enough time for Stevenville to get another score, or maybe Richland goes for it.
I'll tell you what, the way the punts, the deep snaps have worked, that might not be a bad call.
Well, here comes the punt crew. I see Snow coming out on the field, and don't put it past Richland to try some type of fake right here. Cardwell goes back deep.
Handling the ball, I don't know.
Cardwell and Bryles go back deep. Snow getting set, and now a flag as the play clock expires again. Boy, how many delay of game penalties have we had this evening?
Well,
against the Richland Rebels?
About 3 each, I think. Boots moved the ball back to the Richland side of the field at 49. Ugh, that's crazy.
Well, any idea of doing a fake now, I think, has been thrown out the window.
Oh, sure. No, you just hope to kick it deep. And figure they're probably going to kick it over there to the side of the field. Number 6 is standing on.
Snow is back at his own 35, awaiting the deep snap.
Maybe he can return.
The Rebel punter gets a better snap. The punt is away. High wobbly kick that will be taken by Kendall back at his 5-yard line. He'll get up to the 10, looks to get out to the 15. He does. Tries to cut back, gets to the 20, finds a seam, 25, 30, makes a cut back into the sideline, 35, 36-yard line, and a flag comes in. And this will either be a personal foul late blocking against Stephenville or some type of late hit against the Rebels. But John, my eagle eye, says this one's going to come back.
It is.
Illegal block against Stephenville, so wipe out the nice run by Kendall on the return, and Stephenville will start a little bit deeper.
46-yard punt, 33 return. That's pretty good for the sophomore. And then a lot of it's going to be erased. And it was really right at the end of the play.
The ball will be spotted after the penalty is marched off to the 26-yard line. So Jackets will begin 1st and 10 at their own 26. 1:40 remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 21, Richland nothing. 3 receivers to the visitor side, 1 to the near side. The 1 receiver on the near side is Cardwell.
That's 10 penalties in the first half.
Ooh.
For Stephenville.
Hunter is in the backfield next to Luker in shotgun. Luker inside handoff to Hunter. Hunter trying to escape 30, gets across 35, breaks 1 tackle after the 37 to the 38-yard line. Nice running from the Zach Rabbit, who picks up 10 yards on the play, and it's enough for a first down.
Well, they're going to give him out to the 38, aren't they? Maybe, yeah.
So
give
pick
him
up
12.
better run than we thought originally. The clock begins to run again. Now under a minute and a half. Luker is in shotgun. Trips to the one side, twins to the near side. Luker awaiting the snap. 5 receivers set. Luker setting up, looking to throw. Throws an open ball across the middle. It's caught by Evans down at the 33-yard line of Richland. A nice post pattern run by Chris Evans. Luker, the senior, poised, waited for him to clear, and then hit him with a strike.
Boy, I was going to say for Hunter, 5 carries, 57 yards. Keep that average up all night, huh?
Ooh.
That's pretty good for your running game.
Approaching 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. Luker is now under center, 2 to the near side, 1 receiver far side, tight end set for the Jackets. Pitch to the far side is Hunter. Finds a little cutback, 30, inside 25, down to the 20, to the 18-yard line. Zach Hunter picking up 15 on that play, and the Jacket drive continues. 55 seconds momentarily stopped as they set the chains. Jackets will be 1st and 10 at the Rebel 18-yard line, and Stephenville will call a timeout. We'll take one with them. 21-0, Stephenville on top of Richland, back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health Focus Foods in the Bosque River Center has proudly served the cross-timber areas for over 9 years. Mike and his trained staff are here to show each individual how to manage their health care needs. We stock only products of the highest quality backed with scientific research. They have no fillers, binders, yeast, radiation, or other allergens found in most store brands. Come by Health Focus Foods. Let us show you the natural way to good health. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. Impact Sign and Banner has been serving the Stephenville area for over 12 years with superior quality sign work of every kind. We now can offer one-day service on most banners and magnetic signs. We proudly support the Stephenville Yellow Jackets for their excellence in athletic achievement. Impact Sign and Banner is conveniently located on West Washington, just across from Taco Bell. At Impact Sign and Banner, we say, let us put some impact in your advertising.
Luker in shotgun, rolling to the near side, has an open receiver. It's caught. Evans, touchdown. Greg Mayberry has entered the booth as Stephenville scores from the 18-yard line. The strike from Luker to Evans, 18 yards. Stephenville now 27, Rebels nothing. PAT yet to come.
295 yards passing, 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Boren getting set to kick. Combs awaits the snap. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. It is up, and it is good. 46 seconds remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Our score, Stephenville 28, Richland nothing. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Some people call us their money farmers. We help them plant their money and watch over the crop, warning them of potential threats, dangers, and disasters. We measure the growth and advise them of better times to harvest. At Investment Centers of America, we measure our success by your success. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, located at the Town and Country Bank Building in Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. John Hollinger, that last scoring drive.
Yeah, not very long. It only took 4 plays, 74 yards, took 54 seconds, capped by Luker to Evans for 22 yards. The PAT was good. That scoring summary brought to you by the folks at Walmart Vision Center. Mr. Bourne, you're ready to kick a lot of extra points this year.
Woo! He's going to have a tired toe. 46 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Boren's high end-over-end pooch kick will come to the near side. It'll be handled at the 25-yard line, and not very well, I might add, but he does come up with it cleanly enough, and will be stopped at the 26-yard line. Making the catch was Rudy Grimmer, and the poor guy's trying, who doesn't return kicks very often, trying to return the tough high pooch kick, and I think the young man's very lucky that he came away with the ball cleanly.
I think you're right. Cal Gilson almost decapitated him as he came flying down there. I've got some scores to pass along. You want to just wait and do those at halftime?
Let's do them at half at the Peacock scoreboard.
We'll do it.
Well, we have a little lull here. Might want to mention tonight, after the broadcast, a complete 1-hour wrap-up scoreboard show with reports from all area schools. We invite you to stay tuned after tonight's broadcast. Shane Hollinger handling those duties. Williams takes a handoff, bounces to the outside. Will cut up at the 30, not quite the 30, as good open field tackling made out there by the Jackets on the defensive side of the ball. Goes Brady Gunn and also Monk, I believe, out there as well, making the stop for a pickup of 3. And I thought Jod had a possibility of going a lot more.
I think you're right. He's a cut-up. Is that what you said?
Cut
up at the 30.
There you go.
13 seconds. The clock's running. That's good news. I think they're through for a half anyway.
Our score at halftime, I'll go ahead and say it right now. Stephenville 28, Richland nothing. That's been the end of the second quarter. Second quarter's been brought to us by...
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, Open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Stephenville. What makes Stephenville Printing Company your best choice? Our employees. We have 164 years of combined experience to rely on. With all of our experience working for you, we get the job done right the first time. For quality experience and dependability, call 965-5012 or come by Stephenville Printing Company at 1193 South Loop in Stephenville. You can't afford to pay for anyone else to practice. Come by today for tomorrow's best results or call Stephenville Printing 965-5012.
As they perform this exciting punt routine to bang on the drum. Oklahoma. Color guard captains are Rebecca Cooley and Melanie Porter. Tonight, the band will be performing the music of blood, sweat, and tears, including Lucretia McKeeble and God Bless the Child. Trombone soloist is Nathan King. Trumpet soloist is Chase Kincannon.
Focus Foods has just added 7 new weight loss products and is seeing great results. We have added new products that contain no stimulants. We carry all the supplements for the Atkins diet, and we carry the new 5-HTP, which increases serotonin to the brain. This makes you feel better and also helps you shed pounds. We know as we get older, our metabolism slows down, making pounds harder to shed. So come by Health Focus Foods and let us help you. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop. When you know you want the best, leave behind the rest and go see the friendly folks at Hendershot Equipment. Good products, good service, good people. Go Jackets! The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast. Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox Systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Stadium, Stephenville and Richland have now come out for the second half. Second half captain standing at midfield, fixing to meet to decide on how the second half will begin. Stephenville has the option, and I'm wondering, do they take the ball, John? I'm sure.
Yeah, but I don't think they show anything at this point, do you? I mean, they don't have to do anything on the kick return. They might, but or just give them something to think about over in Round Rock.
Show your true colors at the games by wearing official SABC merchandise. Everything from keychains to toboggans, T-shirts, caps, and more. Come to the Booster Club store, open every Friday in the foyer of the high school, and see all of the items that we have to let everyone know you support the Jackets and the Honeybees. And look for the big blue SAB trailer at the games. Everyone looks better in blue and gold. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence. Trucks in Stephenville is the home of real trucks, not little bitty trucks, but stout pulling rigs. If you're in the market for a 1-ton dually, a 3/4-ton late model, low mileage, clean truck, then Texas Trucks is the place for you. Don't waste hours driving up and down the interstate looking for a great deal when Texas Trucks has already done it for you. They constantly scour the Southwest looking for that perfect late model, low mileage pickup. Now all you have to do is stop by Texas Trucks and pick out the one that's right for you. Texas Trucks, South Loop, Stephenville.
Snow getting set. About ready to start the third quarter. We'll talk about the third quarter right after this. High end-over-end, rather wobbly kick that was taken by Hunter at the 10, up to the 20, gets up to about the 25, still on his feet, out to the 30, crosses to the 32-yard line, and that's where the Jackets will begin. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A nice return from Hunter.
And the biggest hit on the play, he ran into his own guy, I think, over on the far side. And, just as we thought, Boots, they didn't show anything on that kick return unusual.
11:49 to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter this year is brought to us by Rent City. And Rent City, each week, will have a lucky contestant. If the Jackets hold their opponent scoreless during this period, one lucky contestant will be the recipient of a great prize at Rent City. In quarterback, Luker in shotgun, trips to the far side, twins near side. Bad snap, Luker has to pick it up off the ground, throws it quickly and just throw this one out of bounds. Smart move by the senior quarterback to keep from any big loss happening. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Only his 3rd incomplete pass all night long, and that was intentional, as you said. The prize from Rent City, Quasar VCR.
How did you know that?
I know everything, man.
Second down and 10 for the Jackets. Luker is in shotgun. Trips to the near side. Twins to the far side. In the slot is Carwell. Luker in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. It's going to be the inside shuffle pass to Cardwell. It goes over his head. It's incomplete. A nice defensive job done because Luker was in such big pressure. He was going to try to do the shuttle pass inside to Cardwell. He was crossing in front of him, and he had to dump it over Cardwell's head, incomplete. But a late flag has flown in now, John.
Number 39 said something to the official for Richland. Let's see what they call.
This is a dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Is that what no, illegal receiver downfield? Where's my handy little chart?
Maybe he told the official, hey, you see that guy? He's supposed to be down.
He's got a lineman number. What's he doing that far downfield?
Yeah. He turned around and said something to the official. I thought maybe they were throwing an unsportsmanlike. Man, that was after everybody was back in the huddle.
What a late call that is. But what it does for the Jackets is it is illegal man downfield against Stephenville. It'll bring up second down. It gives Stevenville another down, and I'm sure Stevenville will gladly take -5 and have the down over.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So it brings up second down, what, about 15, I guess?
15 needed. 28-0 our score. Richland on top, Stevenville on top of Richland. 11:38 to go in the Rent City third quarter. Luker is now under center. Play action. Luker throwing across the middle. Has O'Neal. 40, 45. The tight end gets across the 46-yard line. It's a first down as it picks up about 17 on the quick hitter to the tight end, O'Neal, and the Jackets have a first down.
Remember in recent years, Boots, that we just screamed for that play to be called. So many times it would be open. Boy, I tell you, Kelly Luker's got him some big, tall receivers this year to run that play to.
6'4" tight ends are nice, John.
They don't come around every day.
Luker is in shotgun. Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Awaiting the snap is Luker. A little late on the snap. No flags thrown, however. This is out in the flats, and it is incomplete. I thought for sure we were going to have illegal motion on that play, but nothing was called. It'll set up second down and 10.
When do you see that play on the field? Cardwell just kind of goes down around 3 defenders. Crossing in front of him was Dylan Kuehl, and he just kind of hides and then sticks his head out, and Luker throws it his way.
Catch me if you can, almost, if you will. Twins to the near side. One receiver to the far side is Combs. Luker is in shotgun with Boren as a wingback on the far side. Bourne will go in motion to the far side. Snap back to Luker. Luker looking to set up, looking to throw across the middle. Has an open receiver. It's caught. It's TJ inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. TJ Douglas makes the catch. His first catch as a varsity Yellow Jacket, as he is just a sophomore. It's good for 14 to 15 yards, a first down, and the Jackets are in Rebel territory. But do we have another flag? Yes, we do. It is illegal motion against the Jackets.
Like Bourne might have turned up early.
Well, he was the one man in motion on the play, as you're right. If it was against him, it was for turning up too quick, and that'll erase the throw to T.J. Douglas.
Boy, did you notice they used Cody as a decoy on that one? He runs and just stops, and the 2 defenders on the near side, the deep, the free safety and the cornerback came up on him. Boy, TJ was wide open over the middle.
Well, and how valuable does that make you as an offense when you got a player that good who requires that much attention that you can do all kinds of things to decoy away from him?
Double coverage on Cardwell. Oh, no, he's got single coverage. What's his move?
Luker in shotgun. Snap back to him, setting up in the pocket. Good protection. We'll air this one out, and his arm was hit as he was trying to let it go. It will be an incomplete pass, and that looks like one Luker may have tried to pull back as he decided he was throwing it, and in midstream it slipped out of his hands. So it'll now bring up third down and 15.
You know, this offense right now really looks like it can do just whatever it wants to whenever it gets ready. They've stopped themselves a couple of times tonight, but boy, they're moving at will.
The only thing keeping them from scoring is execution, you say occasionally, John. Trips to the near side as Carwell's in a little confusion which slot to line up in. Luker is in shotgun. He's awaiting the call from the coaching staff. He'll audibilize at the line and make the call to his players. Snap back to Luker. Luker setting up, throwing across the middle, has the receiver. It's Cardwell. Cardwell will try to cut upfield. He'll get the first down for 17 yards, but another flag is thrown, and you may have had another illegal shift against the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, they might not have had enough guys on the line of scrimmage, or they had too many. because they did a little shift right there at the end.
It was almost like one of the receivers looked up and said, whoa, we don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. I need to step up. But wait a minute. Now they're talking with Luker. This could be against. No, they're coming back. Is it illegal? How will you have on that quick a pass an illegal lineman downfield? The referee is coming to the sideline and explaining who it is against.
Remember, Boots, this is the same guys that didn't know how to call that other play. Coach Browse is not real happy with this line.
You know what this might mean, John? One of the receivers, maybe one of the men that's too many on the line of scrimmage, and he is releasing downfield and may be considered a lineman in that formation. But we'll have to get some clarification on that in just a minute. So 3rd down and 20 coming up for Luker. He is under center. Play action. Luker setting up, looking to throw. Throwing the deep ball to the far sidelines. Cardinal caught. 30, 25, 20, knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Called to 21. And a beautiful fly pattern run by Cardinal and beautiful touch from Luker to get the big-time first down on the play that will go 42 yards. First and 10 for the Jackets, just outside the 20-yard line of Richland. Well, with all the confusion that went on with all the penalties, the Jackets just said, well, the heck with it, we'll throw one deep and get out of this mess, and they do. Luker is under center. First and 10 at the Richland 20. Pitch to the far side, Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the corner. He'll be stacked up for about a 4-yard loss. And a good tackle was made by Davis in the open field. He was the end on that play and broke away from the man that was trying to contain him around the corner, stepped up to make the 1-yard loss on the play for Richland. So Stevenville will have 2nd and 11.
By far the best defensive play of the night. You're right, Davis just fought off the blocker Boots and then made the great open field tackle. Well, you love to see that if you're a defensive coach, and that's one of the few big stops they've made tonight.
2nd and 11 for the Jackets. I formation unusual now behind Luker. Will they split out of it? Yes, they do. Evatt, the tailback, comes in motion to the near side. Play action. Evatt, the quick hitter, over the head of Cardwell, who was in the slot. It was a good play because no one was around Cardwell, just a little bit overthrown.
Well, I think Kellen rushed that one just a little bit, Boots, as he thought he had to do that a little quicker than he really needed to. That run by Hunter just a moment ago, first negative yards tonight for Hunter. Still over 70 yards, so in 7 carries, it's not bad.
The other thing, too, about that quick pass to Cardwell in the last play, I think Kellen might have even been surprised how wide open he was so quick, and that's why the throw was rushed as well. Now 3rd down and 11. No backs behind Luker, under center. Straight drop. Look at the throw across the middle. Has a man. Drop. Oh, T.J. Douglas had that one in his hands at the 5-yard line and could not hold on to him. It was a little high, but when you're 6'4" and you've got that frame and it's just above your head, you've got to pull that one in, John.
Looked like it might have been just a little bit behind him, but I think that's one T.J. would agree he should have got.
Well, the Jackets will now have 4th down, and they will attempt a pretty long field goal here. Bourne is coming in as Combs will put the tee down at the 28. A 38-yard field goal attempt with virtually no wind on the field.
Well, this is a great opportunity for your kicker, isn't it?
In a blowout like this, to get some practice on a pretty meaningful field goal that might be down the line. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. It's got enough boot. If it's straight enough, it's up, and it is good. 38-yard field goal is good from Boren. So in the 3rd quarter, brought to us by Rent City, Stevenville scores first. They lead 31-0 over Richland with 9:11 to go. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
The Olympic Decathlon. 10 events, 2 days. You got to run, throw, jump, and hurdle. And you got to do it better than anybody in the world. Building a community. Hundreds of programs, one vision. You got to train, support, counsel, encourage, and guide. And you've got to help bring everybody together to make it happen. Only one organization does all that. That's United Way. That's the power of you.
Back 31-0 Stephenville on top of Richland, and John, that scoring drive.
10 plays, 67 yards, only took 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and Bourne with the 36-yard field goal. That makes the score 31-0 now for the Yellow Jackets. That scoring summary brought to you by River North, a small automobile hospital.
Bourne set to kick from the middle of the field now as he places the tee there. Kick is away. High pooch kick in the right side of the field is taken at the 25-yard line, up to the 26 to the 27-yard line. That Rebel taking the return for Richland. Number 42 is Rudy Grimmer. And so Richland will start again. 1st and 10 at their own 20, we'll call it the 28-yard line.
Senior Josh Martin on that good open field tackle. But Coach Rouse is still talking to those officials about the legal man downfield.
29-yard line is actually the spot.
He said, just explain it to me. We won't do it anymore. I promise. I mean, even though you're probably wrong, but just tell us what you're upset about. We'll fix it.
Well, back into the game from quite some time ago now is Brian Carson, as he will come into the game as one of the tailbacks with Williams. Williams will take the counter tray on the opposite side across the 30, 35. Good running room across up to the 38-yard line, about a yard short of the first down. So to bring up 2nd down is very short.
Rouse came up to make the first contact at about the 30-yard line. Tackle finished off by middle linebacker Jack Hodges. You probably hear that number called a lot of times this year.
8:40 and counting in the Rent City third quarter. Stephenville 31, Richland nothing. Richland with the ball. Troy Clifton is under center with Williams and Carlson behind him. Handoff goes to Carson. Carson goes to the line of scrimmage and then is driven straight back. He may have had enough for the first down. It'll just depend on the spot.
They're giving him a pretty favorable spot.
All he had to do was to get to the 39, and I believe that's what he's done.
Only 3 first downs in the first half for Richland. And only 66 yards of total offense. Boy, this defense has got to be pleased. Coach Copeland is going to walk away from this. No matter what happens from here on in. Well, I shouldn't say no matter what happens. He'd want a shutout probably at this point. But he's got to be happy with his kids.
1st and 10 for Richland at their own 39-yard line. Clifton is again at quarterback. Handoff goes to Carson. Across the middle. Check that. That's Williams. Williams, the first man through on the option. Gains 10 yards. And John, we're seeing a little bit of a different look for Richland in the second half. They've gone with Williams and Carson in the backfield and are running the veer.
Yeah, they're just running a little off tackle stuff. And
Chickney, that was Williams on that carry.
And I know Coach Copeland now is not going to be happy with 8 or 9 yards of carry here on first down. He's not going to want to move in the sticks down the field.
And credit 10 on that one as they do move the sticks. Carson again under center, 2 backs behind him. The tight end jumps on the near side for the Rebel offense. That's Bruce Bernstein, and so that'll back up the Rebels 5 yards.
Man, that's so crazy. There's like a Bermuda Triangle or something out there around between the 40s for this team tonight. They get in that zone and then they either just go down or they start making mistakes like they did right there.
Well, maybe it's the big white Carlton helmet that's doing it too.
Well, it's that what is it?
Oscar P.
Oscar P. That's what it is. The spirit of Oscar P.
Is messing with the Rebels. 1st and 15 for Richland. 1 back is Williams behind Clifton. Play action, throwing out in the flats. The flag's down, and a big hit is made on the wide receiver as soon as he takes the pass down the line of scrimmage. Making that big hit for the Jackets was the junior corner, Brady Gunn. Nailed the guy at the line of scrimmage. I believe the Jackets will probably decline this penalty if it is against Richland.
Boy, he timed it just right, didn't he, Gunn? He saw that coming. Yeah, they're going to refuse a legal procedure. But he saw that coming, read it well, and went up there and made contact just as the intended receiver caught it. And he really paid for it with that one.
7:11 remaining in the Rent City third quarter. Stephenville on top of Richland 31-0.
It seems to me, maybe we can go down to Steve here after this. It seems to me that Richland, and maybe it's the heat and the 31-0, they seem to be getting a little bit sluggish here.
It's almost a lull that's been caused by the offense. Clifton is under center, double tight end look. Counter tray again, gives the ball to Carson. Carson is stopped in the backfield. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and then he's hammered. Hammered by Gunn again. The cornerback's having a well of a time playing the run right now.
Boy, that offensive line isn't stopping anybody, Steve Ross.
Well, Johnny, before the game, one of the coaches told me Brady Gunn is a great football player. He just doesn't know it all the way yet. He needs a little game experience. That they really are high on this kid, and I think you're starting to see why tonight. And you're right, Richland's starting to mail this one in a little bit. They are not only behind 31-0 on the scoreboard, they're really getting beat up physically down here, and they've just about had enough.
Can't blame him.
Keith McCormick comes out for a little breather. He was also in on that last tackle. Clifton is under center. The quarterback on a straight drop, setting up in the pocket, is in some trouble. He's being flushed. He'll rush, get back to the line of scrimmage, and then he's hammered. First guy there for the Jackets was the replacement of McCormick that time. Giving him breather was Brad Gartside. And Brad makes the big hit after just a 1-yard gain. So it'll be 4th down and about, we call it 17 or 18.
Well, and Harmon, the first guy there to flush him out of the pocket, and then also Gilson coming in as well. And boy, he was just running for his life there, Boots. And oh no, it's a punting situation.
And the circus continues for Matt Snow as he stands back at his 25-yard line awaiting the snap. Snap back to him is a good one. Kick is away, high wobbly kick that will be fair caught by Kendall Briles at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Jackets will begin. 1st and 10 at their own 20. That punt goes 39 yards.
That's the best they've looked tonight on special teams by a long margin.
Well, they're getting a lot of work on it tonight, John, on the punt team.
And isn't it good to see catching the punt in the air?
Yes, and I like it better on a fair catch myself anyway. Let this offense have a chance. It kind of reminds me of, with this offense, if you muff the punt catch, it's almost like getting the third out at third base. Why don't you stay at second base and let the guy behind you make the hit?
Cody Cardwell is not in the game right now. He's on the sideline. That probably could change at any moment.
Luker is under center. Twins to the near side. Now A.B. comes in motion to that side. One back is behind Luker. He'll take the draw. It is Zach Hunter, 20, trying to get to the outside. He does, but only for about a yard. 21-yard line is Zach Hunter, and as he always does, he jumps right up and comes to the sideline. And Jackets get 1 on the first down play. It'll set up 2nd down and 9. 4:55 and counting.
Good initial block there by number 58, junior Derek Heaney. He's 6 foot 210. There's some big boys out there on this offensive line, no matter who's playing.
2nd down 9 for the Jackets at the 21-yard line. 4:40 and counting here in the Rent City 3rd quarter. Stevenville 31, Richland nothing.
Look who's a tight end.
Who is that, Johnny? Wonder if this could be coming to him. Luker with a quick snap has a bunch of motion in the middle of the line from both sides. There was a lot of contact before the ball was snapped. He was trying to hit Evan on a quick hitter across the middle.
A lot of finger pointing going on right now.
Jackets may have clinched, and that is the correct call against Stephenville. Illegal motion.
That was a pretty interesting play. I'd like to see him go back to that one. Are we running out of space in the penalty box? I think we are.
That is now 14 penalties against the Yellow Jackets in this game for a combined 105 yards of penalties against Stephenville.
Remember, they had 10 for 85 in the first half.
Ooh.
It's getting a little better. About 5 1/4.
Luker is under center. Play action. Giving the ball on the near side on the reverse. Hunter across the 20. Gets out to the 25-yard line, 26, 27, 28-yard line. A little reverse from Zach Hunter. And if you stay on him on the ground when you tackle Zach, you're going to have a problem to deal with because he's trying to push you to get out of his way.
Yeah, but some guys aren't used to that. They think he's trying to fight with him or something. Haney again with the kick-out block. Boy, that was a huge block. Spring Hunter around the corner.
So now bring up 3rd down and about 3 needed for the Yellow Jackets. Jackets seem content right now to keep the ball on the ground a lot more than they did in the first half. Handoff over the near side. It is Hunter, I believe, again. He gets across the 30 to the 31. We'll have to check and see if that was Hunter or not. Oh, no, it was Ferrasis who took the handoff to fullback. It is enough for the first down. He got the 3 yards needed. And early on, John, in the season, we see a tough runner in Mr. Ferrasis.
Yeah, coaches told us during 2 days in the scrimmages, they said, watch this guy. He is a tough runner and going to be a good runner for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. Well, it's good to see when you need 3 yards, you can get it.
Luker, play action, rolling to the far side, setting up his flush, throws back across his body. A nice catch is caught by Boren right at the 41-yard line. 10 yards. If they have a good spot, it'll be enough for another first down. And, oh, my way, Boren, not just the kicker, he's a receiver, too.
Well, that's going to be, is it going to be about a yard short?
2nd down and 1 as they credit him with 9 yards on the reception to the 40-yard line.
Well, it looks like Cody's going to get single coverage again. They may try to go. Oh, no, now they go to double coverage.
Trips to the far side, Twins near side. Luker is in shotgun formation. Snap back to him. It's bobbled. He finally picks it up. Rolls to the far side, throws across the middle, has an open receiver. It's Evan in Rebel territory. 40, 35, down to the 31-yard line. And you know your offensive line is doing a great job. If you mishandle the snap and you bobble it for a second and have to get control of the ball with losing focus on where the rush is coming, and by the time you gather yourself, get the ball, and look downfield, your linemen are still providing excellent protection for you.
And Evan, boy, give him credit. Quarterbacks love receivers like that. He just ran down the 40-yard line, stopped, slapped his hands, and said, "I'm here, I'm wide open." And Luker having the time and the mind, like you said, the presence of mind to gather himself and threw it. Then another 10 yards after the reception.
Evitt, being a quarterback himself, knew he was in trouble and came back to help. Inside handoff goes to Ferrasis, I believe, again. He'll get to about the 30-yard line, a gain of 1 on the play. We'll have to wait and see if that was the handoff to Jimmy. Yes, it was. A pickup of 1 for Ferrasis. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, a couple of things this is doing, Boots. This is taking a lot of time off the clock by running.
Amen, baby.
Yeah, we'll take it at this point. Here it is, almost a quarter to 10, and we're still in the third quarter.
2nd down and 8. We'll call it 2 yards given to Ferrasis on that play. Luker under center, 2 backs behind him. The fullback Combs goes in motion to the far side. Play action. Now a handoff goes to Hunter. Hunter gets across the 29, almost to the 28. Another pickup of 2 yards on the play on the little draw. And so it'll now bring up 3rd down and a long 6 as the clock is rolling with 1:29 here in the Rent City third quarter.
Looks like we are probably going to have a winner of the Quasar VCR because number 1, Richland can't score when they do get the ball, and they don't have the ball right now.
Hey, Steve Ross, where can you go to sign up for the third quarter contest?
Boots, you can go to Rent City Superstore on West Washington in the Bosque River Center. This week it's the VCR. Next week, who knows how good it may be.
Luker, play action. A little bit of a busted play. He'll throw out in the flats. Has the receiver, Carville, 20 inside the 19 to the 18 to the 17-yard line. Luker doing a nice job of improvising because it looked like a broken play. He turned to hand the ball to Hunter, and Hunter was going in a different direction. So Luker did a nice job just to find an open receiver. He gets the first down on the pass to Cardwell.
Yeah, and then Cardwell really should have probably been down at the 20-yard line and just kind of uses his leg strength and dives forward to the 16.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at the 16.5-yard line of Richland. 39 seconds and counting. Stevenville on top of Richland, 31-0. Luker, inside handoff, goes to Tingleberg. Tingleberg gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Close to another first down.
It's just not a good name for a fullback. Tinklenberg.
I don't know.
But he runs very strong.
Great name.
No disrespect meant in any way, I promise.
Reminds me of, what was the old middle linebacker for Minnesota? Mecklenburg or something? That's right.
Mick Tinglehoff.
Tinglehoff. Yeah, that's a great name. Thanks for saving it, Steve. Yeah. That is the end of the Rent City third quarter. The contestant we will name on Monday will be drawn out of the hat. You are the winner of that VCR. 31-0. Stevenville on top of Richland. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.